Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's team training. I know I've put it as the slightly earlier time of 7:15, so I hope everybody saw the announcement. If not to worry, I'll post this anyway, or you'll jump in halfway through and you can see the half of the recording that we've already done that you might have missed. I just wanted to touch in with you guys because I think this time of the month is a fantastic time of the month, but it can really be quite challenging for people, especially if they're not exactly where they want to be by this point in the month. So what I want to say to you is don't panic. We have got 25% of the month still left, the best part of a week until the end of this month. And as a team, we are doing phenomenally well. We've had the best month that we've ever had so far at this point. As I said, like last week, most of the activity comes in that last week of the month. So I just want you to remember that, this week is super exciting within Arbonne, and you can literally go from 0 to whatever goal that you want to achieve over that period of time if you're prepared to commit that time and energy into doing so. So for years and years, I did this, okay? This little face of this little creature, I did this. So if I wasn't where I wanted to be by mid-month, I would sack my goals basically for the month, and I would be like, right, that's it. I'm just going to concentrate on next month. I'm just going to concentrate on it because there's nothing I can do now. And this is why we talk about mindset being so important within the business. You dictate. I've spoke to so many people recently about this who have recently gone RVP or MVP, and they did exactly the same. Jennifer Cowie is a great example. She would get to midway through the month and realise she wasn't on 20,000 QV and realise it was an impossible task for her to then try and get to the end of the month. And what she realised was she was giving herself the opportunity to let herself off so that she didn't have to go for her goal for that month. So remember, your goal is there for a reason. You obviously want to go for it. And your mindset is incredibly important. So don't let that little chimp go, oh, well, you're not where you want to be, and it's like you've only got a week to go, and there's no way that you're going to reach goals. That's absolute nonsense. It's completely there for the taking if you're prepared to put the work in. But that is the reality, is you've got to put that work in. So, whatever you say to yourself, you are right and you will make happen. So make sure that you're really aligned with your goals straight away from the beginning of the month. Even at this point now, I want you to think about these 3 questions. How are you feeling about your goals that you set for the month? If you've even set any goals, that is. I know some people might not have even set any goals for the month. How are you feeling about your team? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you about completing those goals this month? You don't have to give me any answers. This is something for you to do for yourself. And it really doesn't matter what the answers are because we are going to work through them. But it's really important for you to think about them. If you're thinking, well, it's just unachievable, I'm never going to get there, or my team aren't doing anything, it's very, very easy to be able to say those things to yourself. But if you are saying those things to yourself, then you are just letting yourself off of getting to where you actually want to be. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you about completing this month? Whatever that is, whatever your goal is, whether it's 150 QV, whether it's hitting your district manager, whether it's hitting your consultant bonus part 1 or part 2, whether it's hitting your maintenance, whether it's hitting your bonus, whatever it is you're going on, whether you're going for a promotional qualification, whatever it is, you will know within your heart how confident you are about hitting it. If you're not feeling confident, don't let that be the reason to stop you from striving for your goals, because the worst case scenario is that you don't hit your goal. and you still end up having the best month that you've ever had in your business. You know, like, I'm really realistic with my business, and I love goal setting. It's really important. And the reality is we're way off from where we need to be to complete region. But that was my stretch goal, obviously, for us to go into qualification for region. But that was my stretch goal. But my normal goal was to ensure that we hit the area manager bonus, to hit 20,000 QV. So even if I don't hit that, and I fall short by 1,000 or so, that will still mean that me and the people that are striving within their businesses are going to have the best months that we ever had. So don't leave money sitting on the table. If you're here where you are and we've got, a week left to go, and you're not where you want to be, strive for something within Arbonne where you're going to hit a target. As I say, it could be any of those things that I just mentioned, but strive for them so you're going to hit the target. Don't make the month not mean anything to you. So don't panic if your answers are all the same and all really negative, because we're going to work through all of those now and just give you some tools so that you don't fall into the next month I'll do it mindset, because I promise you that just doesn't happen. I did this for more than a year. Every month I'd be like, just past mid-month and it's not happening, I'm going to focus on next month, and gave myself the opportunity to stop going for my goals. Don't fall into that trap. So what we need to be doing is changing our mindset. And even if you are thinking those things, it's not a problem, because the wonderful thing about your mindset is you can change it on the flip of the coin. You can choose whether you're going to feel really positive or really negative about this thing. So what are you saying to yourself on a daily basis? Are you acting like it's already happened? Are you acting like you're already at that next level of the business? If it's not, then that's something you need to work on right at the very beginning of the day. Those affirmations are really important. If you don't want to do them in front of a mirror, just do them in bed, in your mind to start with. If you don't like saying them out loud, just say them within yourself. Just start the day by affirming the things that you want to happen in your life, and affirming the goals that you want to achieve whilst you're in this month. Secondly, if your activity isn't aligned with your goals, that is going to affect your mindset in a really negative way, because you'll be sort of going, right, I'm definitely going to go with this. I'm definitely going to go with this. So your brain is going one way, your conscious thought is going the other, but your activity and you're physically not doing the things that you need to do, you're going to be in quite a dichotomy there, because you'll be a split, because you should be doing more if you want to be hitting those goals, and that's going to sit really uncomfortably with you. So just get into more activity. As we know, that could be as simple as picking up the phone, making some calls, reach out text messages, doing some posts and following up with the people who are commenting on those posts, whatever it is to get you into activity so that you aren't stagnating and worrying about the things that you're supposed to be doing. That's what you need to be doing. And then most importantly, what are you reading and who are you being influenced by? It's very, very easy to be influenced by people that we love, that are surrounding us, and their opinions, unfortunately, are going to definitely affect our mindset and the way that we feel about ourselves. That's why it's so important for us to do personal development. That's why it's so important for us to read on a daily basis, so we're getting that positive energy to help us really align ourselves with our goals. Okay, so top tips. We're going to go through 5 top tips about realigning our goals and what we can do about our mindset. So number 1, set goals that are challenging but attainable. There's absolutely no point you setting a goal saying you're going to be a regional vice president and you just joined the business on day 1. It's got to be challenging but realistic as well, in the time frame that you've got. So really think about that. What's going to push you so it makes it a bit uncomfortable, but that it's actually achievable in that amount of time? And that's something that you need to just work out on your own, or talking to your sponsor, or talking to me, whatever it is, based on how much time you have that you can invest in your business, and working out what will be an attainable, challenging target for you to go for, that's not going to be ridiculous, so that it doesn't immediately put you off. Number 2, break down this into smaller, manageable steps. That's one of the reasons that we're doing the SPA challenge, so that you can see, having a consistent approach to your business, how that massively impacts it in a positive way. It doesn't seem quite as scary. You know, we're looking at 2,500 QV, sounds like a big number, but when you break that down into 4 weeks of activity, and that's 625 QV in a week, that's less than 100 QV on a daily basis. It makes it much more attainable and achievable for you. So don't look at that big scary target and think that, and let it be daunting in any way. Break it down to the chunks that are going to be manageable for you to process with it. And then you can say, right, today I'm looking to make 90 QV. How am I going to do that? You know, whether it's that you sell 2 primers or whatever it is that you do on that day, that will help break your chunks down. Maybe that you sell an ASVP, that's half the work done for the week. So just break it down on a daily basis, because it makes it much, much easier to process. And especially if you have other jobs or children, and you're finding that you're putting, you've got only pockets of time that you can make this work. If it's manageable, smaller chunks, it will be much, much easier for you to achieve. Take responsibility for your outcomes. I really, again, this is so easy. It's so easy to blame other people, whether it's people within your life or within your business, or just yourselves. You'll give yourself the excuse for whatever reason, blaming other people for whatever reason, blaming your success line, or blaming your sponsor or your sidelines, or whatever it is. Just take responsibility for the outcomes. And don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. If it hasn't happened, you don't want to be spending hours beating yourself up about something. Just accept that it's happened and move on from that, because you're just wasting that mental energy when you could be using that in a much more productive, focused way. Okay, build a plan. This is so critically important. And I bang on about goals a lot, and I get that some people don't get them or find them motivating, but it really helps with you aligning your vision and writing things down so that you actually know where you're going. If you don't write anything down and you're just hoping for things to happen, you're not going to get anywhere where you want to be. I really want you to believe that. I want you to write down your 5-year plan and know what that looks like. I want you to write down where you want to be in a year's time, what that looks like in 6 months' time, what that looks like in 3 months' time, what that looks like for the month that we're currently in. You really need to have that bigger vision so that you can, and it doesn't matter if you don't hit it on the month. I've declared that we want to go region. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen this month. The fact that you're saying it, putting it out there, putting a plan into place, allowing the universe to align with your vision, allowing pathways to open up into you, into your life, that's going to allow you to make this happen. That's what's really, really important. So write it down, pen to paper, on a daily basis. What are my goals for the day? I want to make 100 QV. I want to sign up one person with 150 QV order. Whatever it is, write those things down that you want as your plan for the day. And number 5, we talk about this all the time, thinking positively and visualize it actually happening. I do this now at night time. I find it really effective to actually just have a few minutes of thinking about our future and what it really looks like, as if it's already happened. So within, you're living that life that you really want to be living, or doing the things that you really want to be doing. And before you go to sleep, that's the last thing that you think about, rather than all the worries that you may have on your shoulders, which we all have. But don't let them be the things that you go to bed thinking about at night. Allow your brain to think much, much bigger. And I wanted to talk about about goal setting as well. You know, like, I'll be working until the 11th hour, till midnight, obviously, because you can now trade till midnight on the last day of the month, going for my goals. You know, even if it feels like it's far away, I'll still be striving for them. Because the reality is, if I do that, there's a chance that I'm going to hit that goal. If I don't, I'm still going to have the best month that we've ever had, and I'm going to help so many people along the way. So just take advantage of that full time. We've now got that extra 2 hours of time, because it used to be 10 o'clock that you could only do your last orders to, that you can actually get all your orders processed in that period of time, and chasing up people and all of that. So don't give up on your goals until you've got to the very end of that day. Even if you don't hit them, you will feel absolutely amazing for putting in the work to ensure that you actually got to that stage. So I just want you to just think about it like that, until the very, very last minute of that month, it's all to play for, because you just don't know what's going to happen in those last few days of the business and the last week of the business. So really focus yourself for this month, everybody, and for the last week of this month. I know that there's loads of you that are close to hitting your goals that you've already set out already. And I've spoke to a few of you that said that you're nowhere near where you want to be. Don't let that affect what you're going to do over the next week. Strive for something where it's going to make you feel great within the business, whether that is your 150 QV, whether that's your consultant bonus 500 PQV, whether that's having a success line QV of 2,500 in your business, whether that's you're hitting your district manager bonus or going to area qual. They're the things that you want to be focusing on. And if you don't hit it, what's the worst thing that can happen? You're going to get paid, rewarded, and you're going to help loads of people through the end of the month. So I am really excited about the next week, and I really want to be here for everybody. So please reach out if you want any help, you want to do any lives, you want to do any Zooms, any one-to-ones that you were a bit nervous about, and you want to do any business launches. I've carved out this week around, I'm not quite sure how exactly we're going to do it, but we're definitely going to do it around half term, which will be interesting with my little girl on hand. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I really want you guys to hit your goals. So use me as much as you can. Love you loads, and I'll speak to you all really soon.